Okay, so welcome to this masterclass. We talk about the best marketing strategy of the future, which is community design. And I just always like to start us off there and remind us that is the core of what we're building here is a community learning center. And the purpose here is to really assist people with this educational evolution that's going on through technology. And we all have our specific communities and audience that we can teach to and support and create communities for. So I just want to say thank you so much for being here. My name is Christel. I'm the founder of One Click Creator, and I'm also the founding principal of OCCC Metaversity. This is a Metaversity where we are teaching EduCreators of the future. And what is an EduCreator is a content creator that wants to educate, guide, support, mentor with their content. And ideally, they would like to or already have created a business out of it. So in today's masterclass, I'm going to be walking you through the mini course system. This is a system that I've created that is intended to prepare anyone who's creating educational content for learning of the future. And one of the elements and one of the key parts of the future you're going to see is, and it's happening now too, is the micro concept, the mini concept. We're breaking content down. Gone are the days of those long courses with long videos and all this content to read and very inaccessible. We're going to talk here a lot about how do we break down the content, and we do start with long form, but we use AI tools and repurposing tools to take long form content like the audio from this room that you're listening to, or the Zoom or the YouTube that you're watching. This is long form, but will be turned into short form all the way down to micro level, like a tweet, one sentence, or a quote. And this system that I'm going to be walking you through today is how I'm able to be an edu creator and creating so much content and be a full-time mama and all of these things. I use technology and I use AI technology, and I'm going to tell you exactly what I use. And I've designed a system to make it as clear and step by step as possible. So in today's masterclass, we're going to start with what will make our courses different. And I would love to hear any thoughts on this. We'll just do one speaker. So if you want to speak and you're on Clubhouse, I'd love to hear if you have any thoughts about this. This really sums up the past 2 weeks of content that we've been creating together. What will make our courses different is that they are data driven. So we've talked a lot about the need for assessments in education and how often courses are not data driven. We're not taking enough surveys. We're not asking enough questions. What do you need? How do you want to learn? How do you best learn? Does this work for you? Do you have a beta test group to actually validate your course? So our courses will be data driven. Our programs will be data driven. Transformation happens immediately. So this is a game changer. Okay, don't make your student, your client, whoever it is, wait for the transformation. Give it to them up front. And what I love about AI technology is that you can literally just share one tool with someone and change their whole life, right? That's transformation right there. Learning about the AI PRM Chrome extension changed my life. I'm not exaggerating. So transformation happens immediately. Someone makes that payment, or they join your community, or they give you an email, and instantly they're getting something that is causing some level of transformation. This is why we talk about the free events, the free lives. And then we're going to talk about how our courses are and our programs are cohort based. And this is where the community comes in, but even smaller cohorts within the community. So in the paid EduCreator program, I have a smaller cohort of people called action takers. And that group is for anyone who did their homework. So if someone didn't do their homework, they're not in the action taker group. And then I talk about it and I say, oh, this is what the action taker group gets. And I send people money in the action taker group, and I do giveaways, and I make the action taker group so exciting and just acknowledge that I encourage people lovingly with a push to go and do their homework. And why is the homework important? It's a chatbot to help you validate your course. So if you're not interested in validating your course, you're not willing to go do the chatbot, go do the homework, then this program probably isn't going to be for you. But when you're ready to validate your course and you do it, you go through the process and you learn what your problem is that you're solving, who you're solving it for, the way that you're solving it, then I'm ready for you. And I'm saying, come join the action taker group, and they're going to get the sneak peeks and they're going to be the beta testers for future chatbots and things like that. And this is how I recommend you do it. This is that cohort model, that community-based model. It's also where the gamification comes in. And then the live access is so important as well. So many people are selling courses, and there's nothing wrong with this, but I just want you all to know, make sure that when you pay for a course, you understand if you're paying for a recording of something, and I'm all about selling the recording, so there's nothing wrong with that, but just make that very transparent versus purchasing something where there is live access. So I give live access to my community, to my students. I have office hours, I have orientation, I have these rooms. So I create all types of access points, but also you have to be thoughtful and mindful of not creating too many access points, right? Or being thoughtful of how do you close certain access points and make that more exclusive for a smaller segment of the community. And by the way, I will be sharing, so this presentation that you all are seeing, it will be shared if you're in the EduCreator program. I will share the PDF version of it with you. I may or may not share it. If you fill out the form above, the mini course system, you just turn in your attendance for today. I'll send you the PDF of this presentation, and then all of the links will be clickable. So this here is an article and it's clickable. So if you press it on the PDF, you'll be able to read the article. So there's resources embedded in the presentation. So as we're going through, I'm not necessarily going to open every link or every video, but it's there for you later to engage in. So the idea is that you come to class with me, I give you the direction, I go live with you, I'm here to support you, but most of the learning will happen on your own, in your own time, where you come back to the information, you review it, you see what you need to dive deeper into, and that's the whole idea of the way that I'm delivering the content to you, okay? But to start, the content that we're going to be going over today, we're going to start with the EduCreator journey. This is a visual so that you all can see a way to design a program using backwards design. So we start with the end goal in mind, and then we create the journey. This is super important. And then we also have the mini course system, which is the main point of the masterclass today. So I'll be going over both of those things. A couple of key points that I want to just point out to you is a couple of things when you're thinking about your course topic and your title and what you actually want to teach on. So the first piece of advice I would give you is to start with an intro topic. So whatever your skill set is, whatever your interest is, like for instance, Natasha has a hair salon. She's really wonderful with hair, right? So she could do a course all about hair care, but she could also do a course that is intended to be an introduction course for how to use AI for business owners and especially hair salon owners to help them with their social media or to help them with their courses. So maybe they want their own courses on their website. The beautiful thing about AI technology is that it's so easy to learn and everyone needs to learn it. That's a need, right? It solves so many problems that you could just go and learn ChatGPT and add the Chrome extension AI PRM, and it would take you maybe not even 2 hours to learn it and literally be advanced enough to go out and teach beginners. You could just spend a couple hours playing with it, and then you could go and teach a 1 hour free class for beginners all about how to use ChatGPT and AI PRM for, and then whatever your brand is. So if you're wanting to work with coaches, you're wanting to work with other hairstylists, and that takes me to the second thing, which is focus on B2B. If you actually want to monetize, I would recommend that you look for other people that have businesses or businesses and companies, because if you can solve problems for businesses, and you can with AI and ChatGPT and AI PRM, And especially if you get into learning how to prompt engineering, creating chatbots, now you're really in a whole different level of monetization opportunity. So I recommend that you focus on other businesses and how you can help. See, a lot of times we go into this and we think, oh, I want to help the person that was like me a few years ago. And that works too. Those will be people that are in your audience, in your community, and they may become clients. But again, I recommend that you focus on other businesses and helping other businesses save time, right? So the solution should save time and it should help them make money. That's a wonderful strategy for always having business. And of course, determining what the problem is. So there's 5 principles I just want to make sure we focus on and keep in the back of our mind. So the 5 principles I'd love for you to keep in mind are: we practice for mastery. So it's so important that you're going live as often as possible, because every time you're going live, you're practicing for live events. This is one of the best ways to monetize, especially if you have a course and a program, is to go live. If I can't tell you how many people complain about not making money or not growing as a content creator or an educator, and they're not going live. So when you're ready to really start monetizing and bringing in coaching clients and high ticket clients, you'll know, because you're going live and you're practicing for mastery. Also, we operate with verified solutions. So this is why our homework assignment was to verify your course. So only move forward in this process if you know that you're really solving a problem. And this is what I love about AI. It solves a problem for everyone. We all have the problem. Every single business has the problem of needing to create a ton of content for their marketing plan, right? Their social media plan. They all have that problem. And who's going to do it? Who's going to create it? Who's going to post it and schedule it? And now we have AI to do all of this and to repurpose it for us. So this solves a problem for so many people. It's also, we're moving forward in a value-based way. So we're only bringing value to the table. If you go live, make sure that you're prepared. You've got some content. You've got some way to collect emails so that you're motivated to really give value. Results driven, this is why the data is so important. Are your students, your clients, your community members actually receiving results? And then, of course, professional. So we don't talk about this very much, but one thing that'll make you stand out here, whether it's on Clubhouse or Instagram or anywhere, is your level of professionalism. So it's definitely a principle that I wanted to bring today to this masterclass. So let's go ahead and get started with this whole masterclass is about systems. Okay, like I cannot stress the value of creating systems for your course, your coaching program, your business, whatever it is that you want to accomplish. If you want to create a morning routine, create a system. Okay, so this EduCreator journey is really a system. It's something I've had in my head for a while. And what I've done here is I've broken this up into 3 components that I feel are super, super important anytime you're taking someone on a journey. So there's the content, of course. What content are you teaching them? And the wonderful thing about the one-click course creator tool is that it's going to give you your content. It's going to give you your content plan. It's going to give you a full outline, and you can even create content from it. So the content is taken care of. In the past, it was only people who could knock out big loads of content, or they hired people to create the content. No longer is that the case. We now have AI. Much of it is free. We can create the content. And that takes us into the tools and the technology. So this is going to be a really important part of this EduCreator program. And being a student at OCCC Metaversity is learning how to use the tools. Okay, so this is, you will hear us talk about the tools a lot and the technology, because that's how we're able to do what we do. And then finally, there's the blueprint. So you want to make sure that whatever you're offering to your students, your customers, there's some sort of blueprint there, some sort of step-by-step guidance. I love Freeform, this whiteboarding app. That's what I'm calling it, digital whiteboard app, because it really allows you to lay a blueprint out pretty easily. These are just the Post-its. And really, that's what this EduCreator journey is. So when you use the one-click course creator tool, it's going to give you 6 modules. And the way that this tool was designed is it's using something called backwards design, which sounds, every time I say it, I'm like, that's pretty obvious. But what it is you want to start your design planning for your course or your business, whatever it is that you're working on, with the outcome in mind and go backwards. So if you're looking at this EduCreator journey, I actually started with level 6, which is the 6th module of any course. So the 6th module is a project plan, it's the final outcome, it's what your students have to give you. And again, you get that by just going to oneclickcoursecreator.com, download the AIPRM Chrome extension, and you'll be able to get your course in one click. That's why I'm called the one-click course creator. So I designed that to give it to you that way. So in this particular journey, this course that I'm taking these EduCreators on, the final outcome is that the EduCreators have everything they need to consistently monetize and teach. And so one of those things, so we'll start here with the content. So they'll have an active newsletter going on, because newsletters are a wonderful way to serve your community, to ensure that you're consistently putting out high value content. It's a wonderful way to grow your email list. And it's even a wonderful way to monetize. Okay, you'll have your beginner's workshop. So today I want you to be thinking about what is your beginner's workshop that you're going to start working on. So you're going to practice the lives, you're going to practice the master classes, and eventually you're going to charge for this paid beginner's workshop. And then I do recommend you do something like a virtual guide, what I have here. So some sort of visual. At the end of this program, you will be skilled in Notion, you will be skilled in using your student learning portal, having your own command center, your own content vault for all of your content, because you're going to see in this mini course system, we're creating a lot of content, and that's what's necessary. We need to be creating lots of content and spreading it all over social media on all the different platforms. And then finally, the blueprint here is that you'll be able to learn the mini course system, which I'm about to go over soon. And the mini course system is something you can replicate for each module of the course. So the way this works is that once you use the one-click course creator tool, you're going to get 6 modules. Each module is a mini course. But the beautiful thing is you start with the first module and you validate it. And guess what? If it doesn't become validated, your beta group, they're not really feeling it, you don't move forward with the other levels, right? You don't move forward with the other modules, and you haven't wasted anything. So you can actually try out multiple courses by trying different types of content and seeing what your audience is into. And you start at module 1, which is level 1. So then we have the launch. So at the end of the EduCreator program, of course, everyone will need to have something to launch. And that would be a paid event. So that's the outcome of the journey. And then from there, you work backwards. Okay, so I just wanted to show that to you all when thinking about the one-click course creator and all 6 of the modules. Think about it as a journey that you're taking your student, client, customer, audience, community members on. And this is one way that you can see this. I also recommend starting with a level 0, which is what is the prerequisite for your program? Where are you starting them? In this program, the EduCreator program, these are the prerequisites, right? So for your own course, for your own program, think of what your level 0 is too. So let's go ahead and now, first let me say why the mini course system. Why is it needed? What problem is it solving? What solution is it providing? With this EduCreator journey, there is a ton of content being created here, because what we're really doing is we're repurposing our long form content, and we're taking our course, which is long form content, and we're breaking it down into micro lessons, micro content, because that is the future of education. People do not want to sit in long courses anymore. They never did. And they're not finishing them. So what we're doing here is we're taking the one-click course creator output and we're breaking it down by module, and you're testing that module 1 to see if it's viable. And if it is, then you take it through the entire journey. Okay. And so the point of the mini course system is to have a way to organize your content as you're consuming it. So when you're thinking about your course topic, the fun part for me is watching the YouTube videos, reading the articles, going to Perplexity, doing research on the course, on the market, on the need. And so the mini course system starts by giving you a way to collect your content that you're consuming that you feel is really important for your course. And what we'll learn more over time, but I definitely recommend looking into something called the Smart Notes system. So you take your core content and you take notes on it, let's say. So if you're not familiar with the Smart Notes system, I'll make sure that I include the link to the Smart Notes system and either an audio of it or something to reference that. But what we do is we take our core content, whether that's articles, videos, and we create Smart Notes out of it. And then you can take those Smart Notes and organize your notes and link your notes and videos and anything that is providing you with a resource, and you put it into some sort of content vault. So we use Notion. You can use Evernote. There's all types of note-taking tools out there. You can even use Google Drive. But the whole point is that you have some sort of system to take the core content that you're using for your course and your learning program and having a way to take notes on it and then organize it into what we call the content vault, or you can think of this as your content library. Again, we use Notion. The students in the program have a student learning portal, which is in Notion. So I would definitely recommend learning some sort of note-taking tool and strategy so that you have a way of condensing down the information that you're consuming and learning into smaller notes. Now, the other thing you can do, and this is a strategy I do a lot, is just coming and doing live events, right? So if you're not always the best about taking notes and writing them down, you can do like I do, which is consume a lot of content, take some notes, do some organizing, but then go live and instead have discussions on it. And so here is where I'm organizing my live content. And this is really where the magic happens. So whether you're collecting content from what you're consuming or you're collecting content from your live events, from going live, and the content that you're posting, but this is really where the magic happens, is that we're taking this content here, whether it's our Smart Notes and our content vault and anything we created with this. So I'll make buy me a coffee posts or Instagram posts, and I'm organizing all of it. So I have one place for all of my content that I'm creating and consuming. So I have probably close to 2,000 posts on Instagram. I would be really sad if Instagram went down because I would lose a lot of content. So I just want to encourage you all to have your own content vault that you own the files of for all of your content. And again, a way to organize it. Your live content as well, that's recorded. And so what you want to do is you want to take this content and you want to repurpose it with AI. Now, these are the different tools that we're using. So I want to just go through and share with you some of the ways that you can use these tools. Now, with all of your content, I recommend getting it into transcription form, into text form, because once it's in text form, you can do so much with it. Okay, you can use Metricool, for instance, and create one post so let's say you have a transcript from a live audio room. You now have a long transcript from that. You can break that up into smaller quotes and tweets, or even repurpose it as an article. And you can use a tool like Metricool to take that different content and post it and schedule it for you. It's pretty amazing. In future workshops and masterclass, we'll dive deeper into these tools, but this is the first masterclass on this topic, so it's more of an overview. We also have Descript here, which is an amazing tool for repurposing audio content. Again, it will transcribe it and then allow you to edit it, and then you can take that transcription, because you now have text of your audio, and use it in so many ways. Break it up into quotes, memes, tweets, whatever it is. And you can start that with Descript. You can also take the transcript and put it into something like Pictory. So Pictory is an AI video tool that allows you to take any sort of transcript or script and create a video out of it in minutes. It's really amazing. I love Pictory. It's definitely one of the main tools we'll be using. And then for other types of content, such as video content. So for instance, with this masterclass, I'm on Zoom right now, I'm giving a presentation, and I'm live streaming to YouTube. And the reason I do that is because then I automatically have long form content, and I can download the video if I want and have an MP4 version of it. I can also use something called Video AI, take that YouTube link, very easily put it in Video AI, and Video AI will chop it up for me in smaller chunks. So again, that goes back to our micro course system. Okay, so all of this is taking our module 1 content and breaking it down into smaller chunks using repurposing. Okay, and then finally we have Gamma. We have some other tools as well, but these are the main tools that we use for repurposing content. So let's just quickly go over the tools again for the system that we're going to be using. So the tools that we're focused on are tools that allow us to repurpose with AI and also to optimize our websites for monetization. So for audio, we're using Pictory and Descript. For video, we're using Pictory and Video. For presentation, we're using Gamma and Canva. And for text, we're using Perplexity, Poe, and AI PRM. So those are the different tools that we're going to be using in the program and that you all can use when you're repurposing content. And so as I wrap up here, let's talk about what happens next. So what happens next, I'm going to do a couple more of these master classes, and I will invite you, especially if you sign up to the link above. If you want to come, of course you can. Each time it will be a little bit different. And then eventually what I'm going to do is a paid workshop. It'll be free for our paid EduCreators and most likely our EduCreators as well, or at least at a discount. And in that workshop I'll show you how to actually use the tools. So how to use Pictory, how to use Gamma, how to use Descript. And if we have to have a couple workshops, we will, but the workshops will be where we go to the advanced level of actually using the tools that are a part of the program. I believe that is all. I definitely recommend that if you're creating content, check out Freeform or find some sort of digital whiteboarding tool that works for you, because it's been a game changer for me, for my brain, my organization, putting the content together. I want to say thank you to you all for coming. I appreciate you all so much. Take care. Have a great day.